Good evening and welcome to another edition of Fightnwords on the Fightnwords News Network. Fightnwords is brought to you each and every night in the week. In grateful appreciation to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, the men and women of police and fire services, the doctors and nurses and first responders, and COVID, and the wonderful people in the supermarkets that keep our shelves stocked during the pandemics. Tonight's show is going to be a good show. We have a young boxer out of Fort Myers area, Brian Perella, will be joining us at 8 o'clock. But right now we have the masterful Dr. Z and the most wonderful Mr. T. So let's go ahead and start out with my favorite person, Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero. What do you think, Z?
I think that'll be a fun fight.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, when Pacquiao was a little younger and more active, and I don't think it would have been a good fight. But now, Pacquiao slowed up. It still looks good. Still looks wonderful. Still has his reflexes. Not as fast as he was, but, you know, a lot of times you say guys with the athleticism and that, I know I say it, the athleticism and then those quick twitch reflexes. When you do rely on those for most of your career, when those go, you tend to be a less effective boxer. With that said, Pacquiao has actually incorporated a bit of experience with himself. So, you know, even though those tools are going, to speed is diminishing and his reflexes, you know, to a bit are diminishing, he's still able to kind of be effective. I wasn't as surprised as I was impressed with him in the Barrios fight. Even though he lost, and I thought it was a draw, to be honest. But he impressed me. And and my thing is this: Rolly Romero is not a natural 147 pounder, and he does not have the experience. He hasn't been in with anybody like Pacquiao. To where Pacquiao has been in with everybody, every style. Rolly Romero isn't clean enough. He's strong. I mean, even for the way he's a strong, brolic guy. But he's a guy that Pacquiao gets comfortable, and he's going to start touching on Rolly. Rolly is not, I don't say he's not clean, and he doesn't have a consistent jab. He's not a consistent fighter, except for when he fought Ryan Garcia. He was extremely consistent, but that won't work against Pacquiao. The best I could say Rolly could do is try to, just make it an ugly fight. And even with that, he's not clean enough to make it an ugly fight against Pacquiao. So I'm going to, and I said, it's going to be a fun fight, but I have to heavily lean toward an older Pacquiao.
Okay. Tony, what do you think?
I agree with most of what Z said. I don't think that Rolly's going to be able to catch Pacquiao after seeing Pacquiao in this last fight, how good he still is fighting at his age. I honestly think that this is a well-matched fight because you get the younger guy that, like Z said, he's just not 100% established. Then you get the older fighter that's still got the stamina but can do everything. And I think it's a well-matched fight, and I honestly think Pacquiao pulled through. I don't think Rolly's going to be able to tag him. He's got a hard swing, and he ain't going to knock Pacquiao out. So you've got to catch him and throw jabs. And like Z said, if you're not jabbing, you're not scoring. It's going to be Pacquiao on this one, I believe.
Hey, Z, let me ask you a question. The last couple of pictures I saw of him, he's bulked up. Manny Pacquiao seems to have put on weight. Will that hurt him in the fight?
Manny Pacquiao, as far as putting on weight?
Yeah.
No. This is a welterweight fight, and you have to remember, Manny Pacquiao moved up from 118?
Yeah.
He was fighting at 118. So he's not. I mean, even though he's grown into welterweight, that's about it for him. That's about all he can want us. He's not going to. He has actually he moved up to 154 and had one fight, a title fight. So he's 147 through and through.
Okay.
So, and I did see a fight where he it was an exhibition where it was before the Barrows fight, if I'm correct, where he fought at 168. And a heavier fighting Pacquiao is not what you want. Not what Pacquiao wants. So, I mean, I'm sure he's going to come in this fight at 147 and regular Pacquiao, you know, and Burns state, ready to throw 1,000 punches for 12 rounds.
Okay. Hey, well, let me ask you, go back to you with Topuria and KG. What do you think about that fight? Can it be made? Will it be made?
Justin Gaethje against Topuria?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That is going to be a long fight. That is going to be an action-packed fight. I don't think Justin Gaethje in this one. Just for the simple fact, Justin Gaethje is a dangerous, hard fighter. Leg kicks are extremely, extremely powerful. But he's getting older, and Gaethje is a warrior. He's going to go through the fire. Most of the time, he takes it. But I just think right now, Topuria is a young guy. He's hot. Well, he's younger than Gaethje, and he's hot. He's hot, and he hasn't been knocked out and gone through those things that Gaethje has. And I think that just wears on him. I just think that, you know, one's coming up and one's going down. So I can't favor Gaethje in this.
Okay. Tony, you got any thoughts on that one?
No, I agree with everything that was said. I don't have anything to add on that one.
Okay. How about Tony, David Morrell and Callum Smith? Oh, that's on the undercard for Pacquiao.
That'll be a good fight, but Morrell is a beast and on fire, especially this last fight that he had, or the Benavidez fight. That guy is such an up-and-coming boxer at this point. I mean, he's been good. He's been rising. But I think he peaked out with Benavidez and showed his true colors. And now he's one to watch. I mean, he gave Benavidez one hell of a fight. Unfortunately, I don't think Smith can beat him. I think Morrell first of all, Morrell's got a chin. And that's obvious with the shots he was taking. But he's also got the stamina, and he's got a good movement. I just don't see Smith beating him.
Okay. What do you think, Z?
I'm gonna put this in the terms of just put the Gaethje into Topuria fight. One's on the way up and one's on the way down. Callum Smith is known as a truth teller. He's a guy in the light heavyweight division to where if you beat him, he's gonna make it. It's never easy, and if you beat him, he's the truth. That is, you are something in that division. And what I'm going to say is this. It used to be that way. I don't know if it's still like that with him, but David Morrell, and I'm going to give you total, David Morrell right now is on his way up. He had a little trouble in his last fight. And I like the fact that he got himself together and got control of the fight to win it. To win on the card. But he got in some trouble, you know, he got in some physical trouble early in the fight. He got buzzed. I'm not sure if he got put down or not. I forgot if he got put down. But he got in trouble early in that fight. He gained himself and got control and boxed his way. Power boxed his way into win. Callum Smith doesn't present that explosive power dynamic. I forget the other guy's name. He doesn't possess that. But he's a rough, rugged individual who knows how to box. Callum Smith's a long guy. So he's a tall, long guy. The problem with that is he doesn't always fight tall and long. He likes to mix it and muck it up. So, you know, very, very British with me, to be honest. He doesn't mind rolling. With Morrell, I think that it's going to take Morrell a minute to kind of gauge what he wants to do, but going, you know, forward to the mid-round, I can see Morrell having control. I don't know if he's going to stop Smith, but, I mean, he's capable. He's capable. I think he's capable of stopping Smith, but I don't think he will. But I just see him just kind of controlling, you know, most of the fight up until the end.
Okay. Hey, Tony, Benavidez is called out both Bivol and Benavides. Let's go with what would you be your choice if you were the matchmaker? Who would you match this fight with? And with that, if that, what would the who would be the winner?
You can still hear me okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If I had to matchmake on that one, I would have to put Bivol against Benavidez and not Bitter Beef. I really didn't like the way the Bitter Beef fought his last two fights, actually. Mm-hmm. And it's harder to hit, and it's what he's known for. That's great. But I just think he's washing up real fast to the end. And Bivol is just one of those guys that are just, you can't get it to him. He's just an incredible fighter. So is Benavidez. Mm-hmm. Bitter Beef's incredible as well, but I mean, I think technically he's more on his way down, like Z would say, where I think Bivol is still rising, maintaining anyway. But that would be one heck of a fight between Benavidez and Bivol. That's what I would lean on, and I don't know that Bivol would be able to beat Benavidez, but that one definitely would be about a 51-49 shot. I would say Benavidez, but. Mm-hmm. That'd be a great fight.
Z, what's your thoughts?
Benavidez sparred Bivol. He was in camp with Bivol. He sparred Bivol, and they said it was good. He did well. Mm-hmm. If I was Benavidez, right at this very moment, I would pick Benavidez to fight. The third year. And just what Tony said, he's on his way. He's degrading more than Bivol. I didn't see too much lack in Bivol as much as I've seen in Benavidez.
Hey, Brady, did you put Notre Dame on?
With that said, that's dangerous. That's all. Fighting Benavidez is always a dangerous fight. Mm-hmm. But him and Benavidez would be majorly exciting. Mm-hmm. I think that Bivol is a style to where that could frustrate Benavidez. That could frustrate. Benavidez is not a guy. He's not a frequent guy. He's basically kind of slow and plodding. When he's there, when he gets his fist there on you and you're in front of him, he can work wonders. But angles, and that's what Morrell gave him trouble with at times. Angles and foot movement. That's all Bivol does, is angles and foot movement. And I think that kind of fight will frustrate Benavidez. Benavidez is bigger. Mm-hmm. That kind of fight will frustrate him. Mm-hmm. With Benavidez, he would be in front of Benavidez to a degree. He'd be dangerously in front of him, but he'd be there nevertheless. So right. I think Benavidez could determine the foot movement better with against Beterbiev. Mm-hmm. So if I was matchmaking for Benavidez, I would head to Beterbiev first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm putting you both down for this. If it does come to fruition, I'm going to tell you who has to have the pie.
Chocolate bars are out.
Yes, sir. Hey, Zito, Allen versus Magomedov.
So I don't know those guys.
Okay. How about Pereira and Ankalaev?
Pereira He just finished Ankalaev maybe 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. He came in, he wasn't playing. First round, he came in, it looked like Ankalaev was a little hesitant, maybe thinking that he was going to avoid some things and take Pereira in the deep waters, and it didn't work out that way. Pereira looked sharp, looked real definite. Well, the first fight, he looked hesitant. He looked like he couldn't pull the trigger the first fight. Had me almost questioning whether he still had it or not. Mm. The second fight, he had a few triggers. He was pulling on everything. Mm-hmm. And he caught Ankalaev, dropped him, and Ankalaev covered up. And Pereira ground and counter, basically finished him with elbows. The ref stopped it, and to me, it's very, very impressive work. Puts Pereira right back up there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, while we're talking about Pereira, he wants to fight at the White House, this big fight that they're going to put up. But he wants John Jones. Now, John Jones has been banned. He's been off banned. He's got the trouble with the steroids. Is he ever going to be able to, number one, get back into the cage, and number two, who would be the victor in this one?
Right now, I honestly still would have to pick John Jones because they will fight at heavyweight. And Pereira, to me, we have to move up. The problem is John Jones has not been in the octagon for years,
right?
Like 2 years. And I really, really doubt if he would be allowed to fight at the White House. To be honest, I mean, even right now, he's having trouble fighting in the UFC. So that's a stretch for me to even for having him. And he's, as I say, he's losing out right now. I mean, he's been out of the game so long that pretty soon he's going to be taking other people instead of that. He's becoming a memory. So I think that Jones needs to either fight or retire. He needs to sit or get off the pot.
Okay. Hey, Tony, Ryan Garcia says that Triple G should be not be entered into the Hall of Fame. What's your thoughts?
Should be or shouldn't be?
Should not.
I disagree. Although, I mean, you got to look at his, his records. Like Andre Ward in those fights, which everyone's got their thoughts on who won what. But no, I truly think Triple G should be in the Hall of Fame of some sort. Because he was amazing for his time.
What do you think, Z?
We have to look at the totality of his career. Triple G was a very, very dominating reigning middleweight for a few years. How did he do in his big fights?
He did.
I mean, me personally, I won't put him in the Hall of Fame because we have fighters of his caliber in the Hall of Fame anyway. But for me, it's always the criteria of, how did he dominated? So that's a check for him. How they doing his big fights? I mean, really, the only Canelo. He lost to Canelo twice. Okay, that's understandable. But the greats also lose to the greats. Canelo's a great to me.
Right.
So I honestly do think that Triple G, he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. All right. Z, what do you think of the DeRuiter and Hernandez fight?
I have to look that one up. I'm sorry.
Okay. Tony, Shakar Stevenson, and he wants Teofimo Lopez for a title fight in 26. Will that happen?
I would say yes. I'd say that'd be a good fight. I think once it's getting out there, the rumors will be flying here on it, and people want to put that one together. Although Shakir's known, I think, to duck people. So I don't think he'd be scared of Teo, but I think he should be. I think Teo would be willing to probably beat him for sure. And then cherry pick him. He's gonna have to stand up and grab his stack and start to take up the people.
I think that Shakur Stevens is smart if you pick Teofimo Lopez. If he's going to move up, they're going to fight at 140. I think he is extremely smart to pick Teofimo Lopez. For one reason only. His style is Teofimo's poison. Everything about Shakur Stevens is what Teofimo Lopez does not like in the ring. He doesn't like a guy with long arms who moves. And Shakur's a southpaw. So I mean that fight is going. I just think that would be horrible for Teofimo. That is the wrong. John Haney would be more appropriate for Teofimo than me. Shakur, no. Even moving up to 140, I do not see Teofimo being able to do too much with Shakur. Just a style matchup. A southpaw who moves his feet, a long southpaw who doesn't mind going to the body at distance to stop your momentum. No, I don't think Teofimo needs. I mean, I think that his only shot would be a knockout power shot. I don't think he's going to be able to land that on Shakur.
Okay. Go ahead. You have something to say, Tim?
I was going to say I agree. I don't think he can catch Shakur on that for a knockout shot, but I still think it'd be a very good fight, though.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Yan and Devashili. 12. 1.
Who's Peter Yan against who?
Devashili.
I don't know too much about Devashili. Peter Yan, last I heard of him, was he losing? I don't know. I have to see what's going on with Peter Yan. I mean, I know he was up there for a bit, so I just have to see what's going on with him.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, here we go. Tonight's fight, we got Keith Thurman going in the ring against Fundora. You know, I like I said before, I've been up to the gym. I've seen him fight. I mean, I've seen him spar. He may have lost a little, but he's still just as fast with those fists as I've ever seen. Now, given the fact that he's been out, almost 3 years. Let's see. Let's start with Tony. What do you think?
Well, that is what you just said. He's been out 3 years. And you got Fundora that's been in a bunch of bloody battles here the last 3 years. And even though Fundora is a tower, long reach, and, I just don't think he's going to be able to get. I want him to win, but I don't think he's going to beat Fundora. I just can't see it happening.
Okay.
I hope it does. That'd be one hell of a comeback, but
yep.
I just don't think it'll happen.
Okay, Z.
There are several avenues for both guys to win this fight. I think it all is going to come down to stamina. To be honest, Keith is going to be able to hit Fundora. That is not going to be the question. And I think he's going to be able to do it early. Fundora is not notoriously a fast starter. But he's a guy, once he gets warmed and in the groove, he's a hard guy to slow down. And he's damaging. And he's growing a little better. That is what Keith has to worry about, is that Fundora has gotten, he's getting better. Now, Keith, he did have a fight, I think maybe earlier this year. He had a 154 debut, and he stopped the guy. Looked good doing it. He looked good doing it. But Honduras is a different animal. And as Tony referred to, he's a long guy. Long and busy. Long, busy, pretty durable. He's been knocked out once. But, I mean, outside of that, he's been hit a lot. Very durable. I would lean a little bit toward Fundora, but if Keith could kind of be able to, I'm going to say, if he could slow Fundora down with certain angles and footwork to where Fundora's not coming in, because Fundora will give his reach up. That is one thing. He will give his reach up. Then he could, Keith could pull out a decision.
Brady. Did you put Notre Dame on?
What I'm afraid might happen is that Fundora, the length, it works on the inside too.
It's probably on the prime.
People, those long arms, people think distance. Well, on the inside, those long arms will come right around your elbows. You know what I mean? Those long arms will hook you from a distance that you think it may be a straight puncher cup. So, really, power shots with long arms are kind of deceptive. I think that Keith, as the fight wears on, Keith's stamina is going to be tested. And I don't know if, I'm not going to say if Honduras is going to stop Keith, because I don't think that's going to happen. But Keith, I don't know if he's going to win a decision going away with it like that.
I hope he doesn't try to take his style back like he did to get his name, and one punch Thurman. I think he has. Well, now that Dan has retired, Coach Bob has been working with him, and he seems to have picked up a couple new tricks. I think his footwork is going to be something we could watch. I think he's going to take it to the center of the ring, but he's also going to be able to come back out real fast. And so I wish him well. It's always great to go up to the gym on 49th Street and see him and talk to him. And he's always given us his time. And I've taken my grandkids up there, and he's given them time. And we even had Frankie Freight Train go up there with us and his kids when they were down visiting. And it was he was very, very nice. But so was Dan, very, very gracious to the both of them. So we wish him all the luck in the world.
Keith's the guy. He's the guy that we need to eat the sandwich for.
Mm-hmm.
Prove us wrong.
Right.
I'll eat that one gladly.
Sure. Hey, Z, next week we got Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gain. What's your thoughts?
Oh man. I think I don't have confidence in Cyril Gain.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now Tom Aspinall is he's the best heavyweight in UFC right now. And I can't say that Cyril Gain is number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of have to put it that way. I just think that it's going to end up in a wrestling match. And Cyril Gain is good at wrestling, but I think Tom Aspinall is a little too dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think Cyril will win that.
Yeah, I was really I was taken back by the matchmaking on that one because Cyril Gain has he's been around a while, but he hasn't had too good a year the last 2 years, and now you got Aspinall coming in at the top of his game, and I don't know whether this guy's doing it for money or what he's doing it for, but I think that you're going to see Aspinall walk away possibly in the first round. Not no later than the second round, I don't think. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. I know Negro before, right, Tony? Tony, what do you? Oh, here's a PSA. Arturo Gatti's son, his 17-year-old son, was found dead in the same way that he was. Now, I think we talked about it before about nefarious people causing the death of the father and now this possibly the son. What's your thoughts, Z?
That's sad. That's sad. I don't know what happened. That's sad. They found out Ricky Hatton, the coroner's report was that he hung himself.
Yeah.
Ricky Hatton hung himself.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know what's going on, but it's that's just the only way I can describe it is just sad and ashamed.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to. Ooh, how do I do this? I'm going to bring Brian in. Ooh. You there? Did you get cut off?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on. All right, I'm going to try and get try this one more time. Oh, shit. You know what? Let me go back over here. All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how to. Tony, can you give him a call?
Yeah, let me call him three-way here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Okay, well, he's doing that. the Jack Della Madonna and Makachev for 11:15. What do you think?
I have to go with Islam. Right now, Islam, he's on the roll. He's man tough to beat. So, now, I mean, pretty good on the feet, but once comes from the school of Khabib, where Khabib comes from. And once those guys get a hand on you, then that's usually it. That's usually it. So I have to go with Islam.
Okay. How about Valentina Shevchenko and Zhang Weili?
I know Shevchenko is my favorite female fighter. And she's getting older, so we have to see. But technically, I can't go against her. It's hard to go against her, and she's just size. They match up size-wise, and it's hard for me to go against Valentina. It's hard to go against Valentina.
Okay. I did reach out to, Ricky, not Ricky Hatton, to what's
all right?
You got it,
Brian. You still?
Yeah. Hey, Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
We're doing great. We're going to bring Tony's abilities to be a host out, and he's going to be asking the questions for you.
So Brian, last we heard from you, you were fighting, and I know I was watching to see. I think the last thing I saw was you were up at Roy Jones's camp and sending something out. There was a fight about to go down. And then there was just like a blip off the radar screen. I was like, what the hell happened to him? So can you kind of fill us in on what's been going on with you and how things are going in your world?
It's been a wild journey, let's put it that way. So I had hand problems for a while. So I decided, you know what? Let me just see if I can get this fixed. It would hurt too bad to punch with it. So went and got a surgery, and after a while, it was supposed to heal good. I did some light sparring, and I hit it, and it hurt so bad. I was like, oh my God. So I told the doctors, they said, that's not normal. And I went back, and I got some blood tests done. And I found out why. And this is what turned my whole world upside down. This is essentially the reason behind everything.
LSU fired Kelly.
I find out that
Brian Kelly got fired.
A very rare bleeding disorder. It's called hemophilia B, which essentially just makes everything extremely dangerous. Any punch, any internal bleeding. My whole career I've had this. I just didn't know. I mean, there were signs. There were definitely signs, but now that I actually knew, it was like, man, it was either one of two things. Just hide it from the American healthcare system, because I got this done in Colombia. Because if I told the American healthcare system, they would not let me box. They wouldn't let me do anything. No contact sport is goodbye. So that's it. I had decided that I had to just wasn't worth risking my life over, right? And I actually went to do a training with Roy Jones, and I didn't tell him straight on. He asked me what's going on with the hand. I said, I gotta get another surgery, da-da-da. He goes, let me know, I'll get it taken care of. And man, I was battling with it. Because I knew the reality, but then I had this opportunity to make this comeback, and I just decided it wasn't worth it, putting the risk on him, on myself at that point anymore. So I just let him know, like, this is what it is. This is the dangers, and that was it.
Yeah, that's kind of like, is that more like a blood clotting thing? Like it doesn't clot properly?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It just takes really, really long time to clot, and it's very dangerous.
Yeah, so it's like almost like being on blood thinners or something like that, and having a bad bleed somewhere.
Yeah, it doesn't come out.
Now, there was a fight going back years ago where I remember, I think, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you hit somebody and have some trouble after you popped with it? Urgus, what is it? Urus?
Oh, Ugas.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I remember there was something, Ugas, I think it was Ugas fight, but where you had trouble. I know you hit somebody and it looked like maybe something happened. I thought maybe you'd broken your hand or something during that fight. Is that where that took place or something else?
There's a bunch of circumstances. A lot of it, to be honest, I hate from the boxing world. I went through a lot of crazy surgery, a lot of weird injuries. It all happened because of this. Now looking back, I'm like, oh crap. It's wild to even really have survived the whole career.
Oh man, you're still you've gone a long way, man. There's a lot of people standing behind you, and I know that the ratings go up every time we talk about having you on the show. So you got a definite fan base, whether you're fighting or not, man. We're very proud of you for what you've done. And now let's get to the real thing here. You took this and turned around and wrote a book about it, correct?
Well, you know what? I was writing the book. It was over 2.5 years ago. I started writing it, and this is before I even knew I had this condition. I was just going through the hand pain and then the surgery. So I was like, you know what? Let me just put all of my knowledge, all the research, the things that I went through, the trial and error. Let me just put it all in a book, and this is just me providing value to the boxing world. And just passing it down because, in boxing, I'm sure in other sports as well, there's gatekeeping, there's little tips, there's little secrets, little things that people hold. They want to keep their secrets soft. And I was like, let me just put it all down. Because I was going on like long rants on the phone with my friends, and they would say, you got to write this down, you got to take voice notes or something, because this is great information. And you never know, it might be useful one day. Like, all right. So I started doing it. And that's really what it was about. It wasn't really about my story of hemophilia B. It was just giving knowledge back, just providing value. Just real, raw, uncut, no fluff, just real information that someone can take and just go along with their journey. And just, let's say, the next generation, they open that book and they can take it to a whole nother level.
That's awesome, man. What's the name? Or is it actually out now?
Yeah, it's out now. Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the book?
So it's a part name. It's called The Master Boxer, The Definitive Guide to Becoming a World-Class Fighter. And it has everything in there. And it's not, I have some examples of my own personal anecdotes, things, to kind of back up certain examples. I also have science to back up what I'm saying. And furthermore, I have other elite level fighters from the past and the present to use as examples of what I'm saying. So it's not just my opinion. A lot of it's pretty factual, and it just cuts through all the noise. You know what I mean? That's really what I was trying to do.
And where can we get this book? Do we have to order it online, or is it through Amazon?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to burnforella.com. It's on there. It's on any major book platform. You can find it.
Z, you got any questions?
I'm sure our listeners will definitely start stepping in, buying some copies off of you for sure. I definitely want to read it as well.
Z?
Awesome. I appreciate you.
First, I do want to say I'm sorry to hear your story, and I feel for that. I definitely feel for that, and I wish you well going forward.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. It's all good. This is life. We just change and we adjust and we adapt to what it's all about.
Oh, okay, good. I do want to hear what your opinion would be on how do you fix professional boxing as far as what problems do you see and what measures would you take to fix it?
Well, there's a lot of things going on changing the landscape right now. I mean, look, I don't know what's going on, but I guess they revoked the Muhammad Ali Act. They're doing something, they're going to create a UFC model. I don't know if you guys heard about that. I'm sure you've heard about it, but that's a whole nother ballgame. Other than that, maybe there could be something that's put in place to get the right decision for a fighter. It's only fair that
the best man wins. And there's times that a fight happens and it's clear that one guy should get the nod, but they give it to the other. That's something that I feel really needs to get changed somehow, some way. Maybe it'll happen now with this different change of boxing model that they're doing. I don't know. That's something I feel.
Hey, Brian, because
the main thing.
a lot of times people have a very short memory. So give us another shot on the name of the book and where they can buy it.
Yeah. So it's called The Master Boxer, the definitive guide to becoming a world-class fighter. And it is a roadmap. And it has everything from the beginner, the basics, all the way to deep advanced methods, theories, weight cutting, how to fight different styles, periodization, the mindset, physical preparation, everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's all there.
Z is a trainer and as well as a boxer himself and Muay Thai instructor. But he has his thoughts on the weight thing. And we had a partner on here for years, Dr. Chris Panarella. He had a different idea on the weight drop or put it on. What's your thoughts?
So on weight training?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, my thoughts are this. It's not a one size fits all. It's dependent on the individual and the type of fighter they're looking to be. It's been proven through the past that you don't necessarily need to have weight to be a great fighter. Some of the greatest fighters of all time, they did calisthenics, they did the road work, I'm sure they did medicine balls, stuff like that, and of course boxing. At the end of the day, boxing is the most important type of training. Now, weight training can be effective. It's been shown also. Crawford does weight. There's other great fighters that do weight. It can enhance your overall athletic ability. It can make you a more robust athlete. It can make you more explosive, all these things. Mm-hmm. But there's a fine line between doing too much, because it can easily fall into doing too much strength conditioning, and it takes away from the sport itself. You're getting stiff, slowing down, and you're taking away from the sport. I look at it like, if you're going to do weight training, it really, in any type of thing outside of boxing, it needs to be supplementary. It can't be like a whole full course meal. You gotta sprinkle it on, because boxing is the main dish. Mm-hmm. And that's how I would look at it. You don't have to do it with weight. You can just stick to the old school, and that works as well. It's improving. But I feel there's a lot of benefits to adding weight the right way, in the smart manner, but don't overdo it, because yes, it can hurt you more than help you. And of course, stretching and being on point for your recovery, all these things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tony.
Brian, do you see yourself getting into some kind of role as training like the up and coming boxers, or maybe opening up a gym one day, or doing anything like that, or are you just kind of going to step aside at this point?
It's a good question. It's we'll see. I have a lot of things that are on the pipeline. A gym may come into fruition, helping other fighters. I definitely do have a vision and a plan to help the fight game on a big scale. I'm just one person, but if I can get a way to really, 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 really get back on a big way, that's the path that I would go. Now, the sequence in which it happens, I'm not sure. It's kind of how the doors open as life unfolds. And I'm going to walk through them, and I'm going to go down that road. But definitely, I see myself giving back in a big way.
That's
hopefully we'll see you out there doing that.
That's great to hear that, because one of my original partners on the program was Aaron Jaco. And his father, Dave Jaco, was a heavyweight, and he and his brother both fought professionally. And now Aaron has a gym here in Sarasota that does very well. But he's also bringing up, as I understand it, he's got the #1 Golden Glove in the state of Florida. And according to Tony, the kid's ready to go professional. So it's things like that gives back to the community that really helps the community and helps everybody else. As I understand it, this young man came from a single parent home. There wasn't a whole lot of cash around, so it's one of these stories where somebody took him under their wing, and now he's making good gains, not monetarily, but he's making good gains, meeting the people he needs to meet, and has finished his education. So that's 1,000%. See,
That's amazing to hear. I'm glad to hear it. That's great.
Yeah, his name's EJ. I think he may have already had his first pro match. I'm not sure, but I think this last one where he knocked somebody out, I believe that may have been his first pro match. He's sharp.
Yeah, southpaw, orthodox.
He's orthodox, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
I haven't been able to get out to actually go see him. I've been trying to go. I've been hearing from him from a bunch of different people, and just too much on my plate lately to be able to get out and go do stuff. But definitely gonna go check him out.
Nice.
Z, got any other questions?
No.
I got one more here for you. What is your honest opinion of Jake Paul in boxing? Do you think he's good for the sport and brought fans? Do you think there's a lot of BS shenanigans behind closed doors? You would be the one that would know, but is there some BS stuff going behind the doors with contracts of, hey, I'll give you this amount of money if you lose the fight or that kind of thing? Because it just seems like there's some shenanigans going on with this whole thing with this Jake Paul stuff.
Look, at the end of the day, it's a business. Boxing's a business. And it's also an entertainment sport. That's what it really is at the end of the day. He brings eyes to the sport, which is good. But then, of course, it sucks to be a fighter that you've been training your whole life, and then a guy just kind of leapfrogs past you when you're doing his thing in the sport. But it is what it is. As far as contractually, I don't know. I think the guy, he's legitimately training hard. He really wants it. He likes boxing, or he loves boxing, and he's a decent boxer. I wouldn't say he's world class level, but the guys he's fighting aren't necessarily at that level either. They're not. I mean, they fight maybe Mike Tyson, but his knees were shot. I mean, he was not really able to do much in that. And a lot of the other opponents, they're not even as good as Jake. So I don't see that. Maybe I don't think they just lay down for him, nothing like that. Now,
what score?
Davis.
What score?
We're gonna see. He's little.
What score?
It's crazy that that's even a fight happening, but I don't see Davis losing, even though he's substantially smaller. But it's funny. But I just don't see him losing. It is what it is, man. It's funny to say, but if Jake beats him, I'll give him credit.
I can't see Jake beating him, but I tell you what, I think if Gervonta lands a good hard shot on him, I think he's going to go down hard for the first time. Yeah. He's going to feel the power.
For sure, man. Because Davis can crack, regardless of weight class. It is what it is.
Hey, see, what's his wingspan?
Yeah, and I got another. I want to run that one question that you were talking about earlier before he came on the show about Triple G. Brian, what's your thoughts on Triple G being in the Hall of Fame? Do you think he deserves it and should be there, or do you think he didn't do quite enough? Or?
Oh, man. Heck yeah. Shoot. Triple G's a legend. He's a legend, man. Straight up. Middleweight monster.
I agree with you.
Okay. Well, Brian, we really appreciate your coming on and give us some insight into your not only your book, but into your style of fighting and your history in fighting. We would like to invite you to join us on Saturday nights, any Saturday night you have. We'd love to have you on as one of our commentators, and that would be fun if you've got the time.
Yeah, if I had time, I would definitely clock in with you guys. Reach out on Insta, and that would be fun.
Good.
That would be cool.
Good.
Awesome. I'll be down. Appreciate you having me on here.
Okay, well, give us one more time. Let's give our listeners, because it's very short memory people out here. Give us another book plug for your book.
All right. The Master Boxer, the definitive guide to becoming a world-class fighter. You can go on brianperla.com, or you can just go on my Insta and just click the link. That's the easiest way to get straight to it. Because there's other books that kind of have similar titles, so it could get a little bit cloudy, especially on Amazon. Like, I'm not a top bestseller yet, so it's still, you gotta look for it. But
Okay.
To be honest, it's an unseen gem. It really, I just, like I said, every single page is just giving back to the boxing world. And I'm glad I did it, because now I'm not actually able to come back to boxing. So that was like, that was my one last stand. I'm like, here it is. Take it. Just take it.
Hey, and before,
We'll definitely move some copies for you for sure.
so the audience also knows. Give them your history of your fighting history.
Oh, my fighting history. Well, I was like 70-9 as an amateur. I fought Earl Spence multiple times, fought in the Olympic trials, fought Richard Prograde, top fights in the amateurs, and professional. I was in top rank in the beginning. Then I got with Heyman, because of Keith Thurman and Dan Birmingham. Shout out to them. And look, 11-fight knockout streak. I beat undefeated fighters. I beat really tough guys, David Grayton, British Prescott, Dominic Bolton, Alex Martin, fought Ugas, I fought Collazo, fought Tony Harrison, Soldado. I had a lot of tough fights. I would put it like this way: I didn't back down from any opponent that was offered. I took on all the challengers, and I didn't go the easy route. Put it that way. Maybe I would have been smarter in a sense to pick and choose my opponents to navigate the title, but I just thought whoever they put in front of me, and they gave me a lot of tough guys, and win, lose, or draw, I gave it my all. I always trained my hardest. I always put everything I could out there, and that's all I can really say.
Okay. Well, again, thanks very much for being on with us, and the best of you and your family, and we can hope for continued success in whatever you decide to do.
I appreciate you back, Ashman. God bless you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we love you, brother. We got your back, man. Whatever you need, just holler.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, have a good day. All right, Z, let's go back to you right out of the chute here. Boots Ennis wants Virgil Ortiz. Good, bad, or the ugly?
I know what it could happen, and I would like to see that. I don't. That would tell me something, to be honest, about Bush.
Okay, you're back in.
Virgil's more proven at 154.
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, I don't know why this thing is acting up like this. Anyway, get Tony back on here. Go ahead with yours, Z. Okay. We're back on live.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, as I said, Ennis he was one of the biggest welterweights that I've ever seen. And so it's only right that he moves up to 154, and he really impressed in his first fight. Quick knockout. I would like to see him do a little bit more work, but if they're going to just put him with Ortiz, I would love to see that fight. We would definitely know
Excellent.
The truth about that. I don't know if I was Emerson's promoter. I don't know if I would be ready to do that just yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think, C? Tony?
I kind of caught the tail end of it when I got dropped.
Boots Ennis and once Virgil Ortiz.
I'd like to see it. I think I was saying last week or the week before Virgil Ortiz. I thought would take Boots and he's kind of washed up, but I went and did a little bit of research. I'm going to eat those words. I think Boots Ennis will still be able to take it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, guys, that brings us right to the end of our hour. I really appreciate all your help, Tony, especially getting our guest on tonight. And really appreciate it. And I don't know, what do you think? Should we nominate him for the Hall of Fame, Florida Hall of Fame?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take care of that tonight.
Excellent.
I didn't want to say anything.
Good dude, and he works hard, and I appreciate.
Yeah.
I appreciate the way he went about doing things, like he just said here at the end of the call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I didn't want to say anything to him until I talked to you. I'll put that on Bob's email tonight. And anybody out there that wants to nominate anybody that has anything to do with fighting in the state of Florida, the Florida Hall of Fame, you can nominate anybody that you want. It's flbhof.com. And you can put them in, and they'll do the research, and then they'll get back to them whether they get brought into the Hall of Fame or not. So, with that, Z, you want to lead us out?
Absolutely. I want to thank our guest Brian. I want to thank Tony. I want to thank you, Butch, all of our Fightnwords family. And so the Dr. Member of Bob, Coach Merlin, Dr. Chris. And if anyone wants to hear any Fightnwords, please do call.
Tony?
Great show. Actually, I think it's probably the best one all year, to be honest with you. I don't even want to stop tonight. I'd like to go another hour right now, but that was awesome. Z, love you like a brother. Tell Ty hello for me. Love him like a brother. Love everybody like a brother on the show. And look forward to next week's show, and hopefully we can get Keith Thurman on here after this fight tonight.
I'll try. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yep. Hey, Z, give our best to Ty and your mom and the rest of your family. We appreciate them giving you the time, giving us the time to and Tony, you're a lovely lady and girls down there. We appreciate everything that you guys do to make this show a success. Ladies and gentlemen, these programs are brought to you each and every night of the week in grateful appreciation to the men and women of the United States Armed Forces, the men and women police and fire services, the doctors and nurses and first responders who COVID, as well as the people to keep the shelves stocked during the pandemic and hurricanes in our stores. These programs are dedicated to those who have lost their lives in the line of duty. Deputy Robert Anthony Carroll, Patrolman David Curtis, Patrolman Jeffrey Colcap, Patrolman Jeffrey Yazowitz, Sergeant Thomas Baker, San Diego Officer Mike Hendler, Sergeant Tom Wilson, Charlotte County Sheriff's Department, Detective Randy Bell, Detective Ricky Childers, Patrolman Charlie Conant, Tarpon Springs Police Department, Deputy Chief Mike Godwin, Philadelphia Fire Department, Lieutenant Joyce Craig Lewis, Philadelphia Fire Department, Sergeant James O'Brien, Philadelphia Police Department, Sergeant Chris LeBake, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department, Lieutenant Mike Zerba, Newcastle County Police, Patrolman Norfolk Crispin, Lakeland PD, Deputy Josh Myers, Nassau County Sheriff's Department, Captain Matt Letourneau, Philadelphia Fire Department, Captain Chris Leach, Wilmington Fire Department, Lieutenant Ardith Hope, Wilmington Fire Department, Lieutenant Jerry Ficus, Wilmington Fire Department, Chief Jimmy Ford, Wilmington Fire Department, Chief Al Hogle, Longboat Key Police Department, Deputy Mike Hargrove, Pinellas County Sheriff's Department, Trooper Chelsea Richards, Florida Highway Patrol, Trooper Joe Bullock, Florida Highway Patrol, Trooper Zachy Ben, Florida Highway Patrol, Sergeant Chris Fitzgerald, Philadelphia Police Department, Sergeant Ramon Mendez, Philadelphia Police Department, Chief Corey Compantier, Buffalo Creek Fire Department, Deputy Ronnie Ronazinski, Manatee County Sheriff's Department, and Patrolman Zachary Potter, Braden Police Department. My brothers and sisters, although you may be 10-7 at this point in time, sometime we'll be 10-10 at the table of the Lord. Until that time, may the roads rise up to meet you. May the winds be always at your back. May the rains fall softly on your fields, and the sun shine lightly on your face. Until we meet again, may the good Lord keep you and your family always in the palm of his hands. Good night, God bless, and have a great week. Okay, now we go end stream. End stream.